What is the difference between a massage gun and a vibrating foam roller? Tune into this video to find out. And before diving into it today, if you're looking for more awesome ways to simplify the process of getting healthy, make sure you tap that subscribe button, you like this video, and you tap the bell icon to be notified when we release new videos. With that being said, let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? Schuyler Diehm here, lifestyle fat loss coach. And if you have tuned into my stuff, if you're following me on Instagram, you know that I like to exercise a lot. And to be honest, I'm very consistent with pushing my body, and I've never really been as consistent as I probably should be with the recovery end of things. But with that being said, I've had enough injuries, I've had enough of these small little hiccups with my body that I understand the importance of recovery. And so pretty recently, especially on the days that I'm extra sore, I've been very, very careful with making sure that I recover enough. I do a lot of prehab work in the gym. I was using the massage gun here for a while. So this is the FlyBy massage gun. If you have not seen our review, you can check that out here. But more recently, I had the opportunity to work with a vibrating foam roller. Now, I've used foam rollers in the past, but I've never actually been able to use one like this. And so I am super, super excited to chat about kind of the experience between these two. So like I said, this is a FlyBy. You can check the description for the link to that video. This is the Sidekick Flare. Now, full disclosure, Sidekick actually reached out to me because they wanted me to review this product. I'm not being paid. I don't have an affiliate code, anything else like that. So this is going to be a fully transparent and honest video. But with that being said, let's kind of dive into the difference. So the Sidekick is priced at $199, and they also have an interchangeable sleeve, which we will get to in a second, and that comes at $220 for both. So it is a little steep. Now, you have to look at it's steep compared to what? If we look at a normal foam roller, you can get one for $10 to $40 online or at your local sports store. And so compared to that, it's pretty expensive. But when we compare it to something like a massage gun, between the Theragun and the more premium versions, these can go from anywhere from $200 to $600. I believe this was $75, so it's definitely not as extreme. But if you're looking at it, a good recovery tool that's high quality, that's going to last you a while, is probably going to be within that range anyway. So let's briefly go into the hardware. So the first thing that I mentioned previously was the interchangeable sleeve. So this is the Flare, and then this is the Apex sleeve. I like to call this the torture sleeve and the extra torture sleeve. Super, super simple to interchange. So on the hardware itself, you're going to have two sides. One is going to be all of the actual information, so the charging slot, the buttons, which we'll get to in a second. And then the other is where you actually spin off. You slide the sleeve out. It comes out very easy, very naturally. And then you would pop on the other sleeve, making sure that you put it through on the right end, because there is a little piece that you can see there that's going to help lock it in place. So slide that in, lock it, you take that other piece and just pop it back on. So super, super simple to interchange. Depending on the level of soreness you're experiencing or the level that you really want to dig into the muscles, you can obviously swap the sleeves out. As far as the actual operation of the machine, so it's really cool because you have the hardware, which can be operated from here, but then there's also an app that you can use to control, and there's some cool stuff we'll get into in a second. Basically, if we look at this, we have a couple different buttons. Number one is going to be the power button in the middle, which you can just press and hold to turn on. Then on the left side, you're going to have 3 separate vibration speeds. And then along with those speeds, you can also get more specific in the app, where these are obviously just 3 options, but you can go slightly more up, slightly more down while using the app. The speeds vary on here from 0 to 6,800 reps per minute, which is a lot. The FlyBy is 1,800 to 3,200, so you're getting more than double of the amount of vibrations per minute, which is huge. And then the really cool part is on the right of these buttons, you have 2 options. So number one is the star, which is basically favoriting a certain setting. So maybe you have it at a certain vibration, you have the heat on or off, which we'll get to in a second. You can just click that star and save it. So it's just a super simple one tap to get back to that setting. And then below that, which I briefly mentioned, is the heat. Now, this is probably my favorite part of this. This can heat up to 113.5 degrees Fahrenheit, which is awesome. And when you're super sore, to be able to get that heat while you're digging into those muscles is just another level up for that recovery. And then the final piece here, you see there's a rechargeable port, and you have 3 dots to show you where it is on there. You can charge up to 2 hours with the max vibration and heat setting. So you can get basically 2 hours out of it, which is great. So overall, really cool hardware. I'll talk about my experience in terms of how these actually feel, how good it digs into the muscle, but real quick, I wanted to just dive into the software of the app. So software, obviously, compared to a massage gun, most massage guns don't have apps. It's just controlled from the gun itself. So with this, you have the ability to control it from your phone, which is really cool. The app itself is compatible with Android 5.0 and iOS 10.0. And you also do have that control, like I mentioned, to go anywhere from 0 to 6,800 reps per minute. Along with that, Sidekick actually has a bunch of different products, from scraping tools, you've got some vibration rollers, you've got some smaller vibration balls. So a lot of opportunity of different products, which can all be controlled and used from this app. And then what's cool is within the app, you also have a couple different options to continue to recover. So number one is guided recovery. This is my favorite part here. So if we open this up, we have a couple different opportunities. So we can change the device. We can move from the Flare over to any other devices you may have. Then you choose the time, ranging from anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes, which is awesome. Great time period for recovery. And then depending on whether it's 5 minutes or 10 or 20, you have the opportunity to choose anywhere from, I believe, 2 or 3 to 5 body parts that you want to work out. So let's say that I go over here and I go to 15-minute recovery session. It's going to give me the option to select up to 4 body parts. And let's say that I'm feeling the hips, the quads, the hamstrings, and the calves. And I just want to really hit my legs. So I'd hit done. And then the goal, which is also another great addition, is whether I'm looking to warm up before a workout, to recover after a workout, or to wind down and relax. The app is actually going to give me different videos and recovery tactics and tools to be able to either warm up or cool down. And so once I select that, let's just do recover post-workout. We click begin program. It's going to ask you to turn on the Flare. So you turn that on here. Once it's on, you click connect. And as soon as it connects, it's going to start vibrating. So give it 1 sec. So it's vibrating, and then as you can see here, the video is beginning. Now, what's really cool about this is not only is it going to walk you through audio and visual of how to recover, but if you tap the screen, you can see you have the ability to turn on or off the heat and change the level of intensity. So if it's a super sore day, you can turn the intensity down. If you really want to dig in there, you can turn the intensity up, and it's going to go for the selected time. So if I said 15 minutes, it's going to go for that full 15 minutes. And then you have a full guided recovery, which is huge, right? Because you can take this, number one, you can just turn it on manually and use it however you want to, dig into whatever parts you want to. But if you don't feel like thinking about it and you just want to follow along, Sidekick is going to have an awesome routine to walk you through. And then we got 2 more things in the app. Number one is Sidekick University. So depending on whether you have the scraping tool or the foam roller or whatever, you can basically go to that section and it's going to show you a bunch of different ways to use it on different body parts. And you can also filter it. So if you're scrolling down, you want to look for something to roll out the lats, you click lats, and then you got the scraping tool option, the vibration roller option. And then you can go there and see basically what exercises you can do to work out the lats. Below that is finally the vibration roller controls. So you can do either live control where you just adjust it on your phone as you're rolling out, or you can do a custom program where, let's say for the first 5 minutes, you want heat, you click next, and then you can set up the pattern. So the first, half of it, you want everything on its max, and then you kind of want to lower it down a little bit, whatever it is you are going to be able to do, and then you can save it as a favorite. You click next, and then when you click play, here, it turns on. You're done, complete session, and you can rate it. So that's the app. That in itself is an incredible feature to me. Just having that as an ability, you don't have to pay a subscription fee. There's nothing like that. You own the product, you get access to that university where you're able to have all these opportunities to learn how to recover. So we got into the hardware and software, so let's just talk about my experience. So in general, there's not a ton of research on vibration therapy such as the massage gun. There is a little bit more research when it comes to foam rolling. Basically what the research is showing is that there is a lot of relaxation and your body releases endorphins, and a lot of people think the comparison is like you're getting a massage. So I absolutely have seen a difference, so I'm a believer in terms of the effectiveness, and I gotta say combining the foam rolling with the massage and then adding on the heat is the best of both worlds. It's absolutely incredible. So I will say it hurts. The torture attachment hurts, and especially the extra torture attachment, but it hurts really good, right? It's one of those things where after a heavy workout or after a day where maybe I'm sore, being able to do this, it feels so much better, and it's a little painful during, but I feel so much more relaxed, so much more recovered right after the session. And so when I was sent this, I gotta be honest, my hesitation was a little bit higher because I have a foam roller, and to me, I don't really use it because it feels like a lot for me to take it out and to roll and to do all these things, especially because it hurts. But I was really pleasantly surprised with this because it's fun, right? Not only do you have the videos to follow, which is super helpful, but you also don't have to be moving the whole time, which is probably my favorite part, is that I roll. When I find a tender spot, I just lay there and let the vibration do its work and really work into that spot. Whereas you get something like the massage gun, like, yes, you can kind of more lazily do it because you don't have to get down on the floor. You can target those spots. But number one, you definitely can't put as much pressure on. I'd be worried about breaking this thing if I was really pushing into it, where this thing itself is super, super sturdy. And then when it comes to the vibration too, it is a extreme vibration. Like I live on the second floor, and when I use it, I'm concerned about doing it too late because I feel like my neighbors below me feel it, because the whole apartment feels like it's shaking because of how much it vibrates. But I'll also say they're also the neighbors that will punch the ceiling or hit the ceiling when there's any sound whatsoever, and I haven't had anything yet, so it may just feel like that because I'm on it and it's vibrating me. On top of that, I'm a huge fan of the heat feature. Not only is it amazing to be able to find those sore spots and just let the tool work into it, but having that extra heat just helps it feel more relaxed as well. And then what's really cool too is with the recovery videos that they walk you through, a good portion, so if I were to choose a 20-minute video, about half of that would be using the foam roller, but then they also have recovery stretching that you don't need any tools. So a lot of these videos, they just use your body, they use stretching, and they're honestly unique ways to do things that are guided and to keep you consistent rather than feeling like you have to think like, what am I going to do today? How am I going to stretch? It lays it out for you, which is so much easier for me. And then one more thing is when you compare these two, like it takes me a while to use this because I have to find a tender spot, hit it, let it sit there for a little bit, and then because the attachment is so small, it's going to take me a while to hit entire parts of my body, right? Like if I really want to roll out my legs, it's going to take me a long time to hit every part of the leg, whereas with this, I can just lay on it and it basically hits the entire leg. All I have to focus on is rolling down, where this is obviously a lot smaller, and so it's going to take more time to hit every area. And then one more thing that's really cool with the guided videos here is that it allows you to hit either a pre-workout or a post-workout or a recovery and wind down. So it's going to be different based on what you're looking for. There's different levels of recovery. There's times you want to activate the muscles. There's times you want the muscles to relax. And they really nail this down with this video library. So overall, what I will say is that the massage gun can be a great tool and it has its time and place. But if you're looking for the opportunity to really recover, I would choose the Sidekick Flare over it. I think there's a lot of value that comes with actually getting on the floor and using your body weight to push into this foam roller. There's even more value with the vibration and even more value with the heat. And like I said at the beginning, even though it's an investment and a little more pricey than one of the cheaper massage guns, I can tell you it feels a lot more durable, and I can also tell you that it's going to be worth it in the long term, especially if you're really focused on recovery and taking care of your body. So I'm curious if you could leave me a comment below. What is your experience with recovery? Do you stretch? Do you foam roll? Do you use a massage gun? What is the extent that you allow your body to recover? And also let me know if you would ever pick up one of these bad boys. So that's all I got for you guys. Again, if you're looking for ways to simplify the process of getting in shape, getting healthy, check the description of this video. We've got a free training there that's going to walk you through our simple 3-step process. But besides that, I appreciate you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And of course, as always, make sure to eat smart, move more, sleep deep, and be grateful for this moment. I'll see you in the next video.